Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Number 1 ranked Texas takes on Louisiana Monroe in Austin, a game that Arch Manning will get his first start in as Quinn Ewers is still out with an ab injury. Kickoff set for 7. 25th ranked Texas A&M. Well, they take on Bowling Green in College Station, a game you can catch here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 5:30, while UTSA takes on Houston Christian in the Dome at 2:30 tomorrow.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up, Danger? Can't stop me now.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for joining me. However you may be joining me, whether that is on terrestrial radio at 94.1 FM. If you happen to be listening via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player at sasportstar.com, where you can no longer register for our Fall Golf Classic, which is officially now sold out. Sorry if you missed the chance. We've been trying to warn you. Or, of course, those of y'all on YouTube, appreciate y'all coming through. Go to @SA Sports Star on YouTube. Again, like, subscribe, comment along with the show, like Fred Records, Fred Villarreal. How y'all doing today? Or you can call in 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Coming up a little bit later in the show, I've got some tickets that I'll be giving away to go check out Midland out at the Boeing Center at Techport. If you want to go see Midland on November the 2nd. Out at the Boeing Center at Techport. Be standing by because we got a lot going on today as we get you ready for our San Antonio Sports Star High School football game of the week. It is energized by Hill Electric, Frost Bank, and NCE General Contractors. We have the O'Connor Panthers and the Sotomayor Wildcats coming up pregame at 7 o'clock. Until then, you get me and the best of what happened on our airwaves today. And probably one of the best things that happened today was early this morning, 6:45 to be exact. Tune in. You don't ever want to miss Mike McCarthy on Fridays when he's live with the Morning Huddle. AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. Some fireworks this morning, especially between one Rob Thompson and Mike McCarthy. And I'll let you hear it for yourself, but I might have a reason as to why McCarthy was the way he was during that interview. But first, Mike McCarthy on the Morning Huddle.
All right, let's go to the Buyers Brigade hotline where we have the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, Coach Mike McCarthy. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How's it going, AJ? Rob here?
Rob is here as well. Yeah, we're doing great, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting up with us early today. It's probably been a long week for you. There hadn't been a lot of these where you guys have just been whooped. What's been the feeling around around the Star this week? How's everybody? Is it more like this is a one-off, or I assume after one loss, there's no signs of panic in your locker room?
Yeah, no, not at all. I think clearly when you have games where, particularly you get down by, a couple scores and then it shifts and you can't get the momentum back, you have to really take a step back and just always go through, the evaluation of the film. I think it's critical to come in regardless of the outcome on Sunday and have a very detailed evaluation process on Monday. And that's what we do, win or lose. And it gives you clarity on, specifically how you're going to work moving forward. I mean, if you sit there and wrestle around with all the emotion and so forth, you don't have clarity in the things you really need to work on. And at the end of the day, this game's about fundamentals. We all understand that fundamentals are maybe not going to quite be where you want them to be in September. Some teams are a little further ahead than others in particular areas, but you have to get that thing evaluated. You got to get the focal points, in place, and because you always apply what you did in the last contest to the future game plan, and that's really how it went down. So we had a very open, honest, accountable team meeting, and we call it Tell the Truth Monday. So just to make sure, and to be honest with you, it's a bigger concern for me when you win those kind of games, because you don't want anybody to take their foot off the gas and go, "Whoo, hey man, we're pretty damn good." And frankly, just we've got way too much love for week one. Frankly, I didn't think we played that well in Cleveland. I mean, we had some great moments in Cleveland, and we were able to jump on them and get out in front, but there was plenty to clean up in that game. So, I think you just got to keep in touch with that on Mondays, and that's how it went this week.
Yeah, the clarity of getting your ass kicked. You can wake up and not make any excuses for anything. And I do like the idea of that clarity. Let's talk about your offensive line. It just doesn't look like your typical offensive line, Coach. Is it a lot of it? Obviously, you got some young guys, and you know how preseason now is kind of truncated and you can't get the work in. Can you blame a lot of that on just the way that preseason is now, that you just don't get the time with your offensive line? And what's next to get the coordination that you're so good at finding your line? What's next to get them there?
Oh, I think it's part of the process, and and I think like anything. I mean, if we're going to highlight the negatives, for opinions, I don't think it's clarity on exactly where we are. I think the offensive line, regardless of the score of the game, we had a couple guys, particular inside players, that played well. So that just goes back to my first answer. You got to evaluate without the emotion, and I get we're on a radio show, and I don't agree with the.
But Coach, numbers don't lie. The offensive line is terrible right now. I mean, 32nd, 37th, for Zach Martin on guard play. It's just not the thing that I've ever seen from your line before.
What are you talking about?
I'm looking at numbers. You got two all-pro offensive guards in Smith and Martin that are ranked 32nd and 37th respectively by Pro Football Focus in line and run blocking. This is not something I've seen from those guys before.
Pro Football Focus.
Well, I'm just looking at numbers that they're throwing at me, Coach, and I'm looking at what I saw last week, and this is so abhorrent to anything I've ever seen from your line before. I'm trying to figure out how we got here.
All right, Rob, I disagree.
Oh, okay. Respectfully, tell me why I'm wrong.
Respectfully. Well, because there's more to run blocking than just what happens with the guy over you. I mean, there's other things that are going on in our run game, and I can tell you right now, I'm not worried about the two guards.
Me either, but the numbers show me something went on that went there, and this is just not what I'm accustomed to seeing from you guys.
Disagree with you, Rob. You're doing a hell of a job.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
and
Coach,
I disagree with that too.
Head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, brought to you by.
You're right. I disagree with that.
That was part of the Mike McCarthy interview. If you want to hear the whole thing, go to sasportstar.com, look in our audio vault, or just rewind on the Morning Huddle's YouTube page. Go back, check out that interview live and see their reactions. But interesting there, because Mike McCarthy got very defensive over that, and maybe rightly so, because a few minutes ago, Bill Barnwell tweeted out something. Bill Barnwell, of course, very deep in the analytics for ESPN stats and information. And he said the Cowboys specifically ranked 31st out of 32 teams in rush yards over expectation. NFL's own Next Gen Stats. This is an NFL operated stat league. NFL Next Gen Stats model projects the Cowboys backs should be gaining a league high 5.3 yards per carry. Instead, they're averaging 3.7 yards per carry. And maybe that's where there's the disconnect with the so-called line play versus the actual running back play. And the more interesting thing was earlier today, Jerry Jones was asked about Dalvin Cook or other running backs around the league on 105.3 The Fan, and he says running backs not even on their radar.
McDonald headed out
will
to
happen.
Seattle.
Sorry about that. Jerry said running backs not even on their radar.
Well, I don't know that will happen, and I must tell you, this is a little bit of a first for me because I've never seen such made of our position and what we're doing at that position. Running back this year, and not having done this or not having done that at running back. Both these guys came out at the same time. The player that we're playing this weekend against Baltimore and Zeke. And so we've got a pretty good contemporary of our competition this week in Zeke Elliott. I'm pleased with what Zeke is doing. The big part of the running back deal is protecting the quarterback. That's real good stuff there. Running back is just not on our radar as far as an area of interest.
There are a couple of things with that, but more so they pushed Jerry Jones this morning on the Fan about the running back position, and he's blaming it on us, the media.
I'm surprised. What have we got? 10, 15 guys that do media. I don't have anybody else in the world ask me about this, but some media. And so a few of the media have gotten out here and written stories early about how we're going to go with the running back in the draft or how we need a running back, and they're trying to cover their, you know what, as we go through the season.
We're not. And you literally just brought up Derrick Henry, not by name, because you couldn't remember it, even though potentially he wanted to be a Cowboy. So you talk about the back you're facing and how he and Zeke came into the league at the same point in time. The problem is they've gone two separate career paths over the last 3 to 4 years. Derrick Henry continues to produce. The only thing Zeke has steadily done since year 3 is decline in production. And in the previous cut, every cut he talks about Zeke Elliott. This is the one thing he brings up. You got to be able to protect, Maybe that's the main issue is they want that extra protection because they know Mike McCarthy's not going to throw the ball because attempts aren't there. And it's really hard for running backs to get into rhythms without attempts. So the attempts are down, and they always are with Mike McCarthy. Maybe this just falls because as the offensive line, as we pointed out, Bill Barnwell says they would be averaging a league-high 5.3 if they had a capable running back. And maybe Dalvin Cook is that capable running back, but the reason he's not called up yet is, A, the Cowboys don't want to admit they were wrong, or B, he hasn't picked up the blocking schemes yet. And that's what's keeping him from joining the 53 and playing in games. Or maybe there's just nothing there, just like with Zeke Elliott. So, I mean, it's interesting when you look at the Dallas Cowboys because I've never thought there was an issue with the offensive line through the first couple of games. I actually think that's been one of the strengths of the roster. I'm very impressed with Guyton and Beebe as rookies and what they're doing. I think Terrence Steele looks better a year removed from that injury finally. And of course, Zach Martin and Tyler Smith, or Zach Martin and Tyler Smith. So that hasn't been my concern, but seeing what the rush yards over expectation versus the actuality of them is tells me either they're not seeing holes, not hitting holes, or they just don't have the speed to get through those holes. Therefore, they're leaving a lot of yards on the table. And you've even heard Dak talk this week about leaving a lot on the plate, so to speak, week in and week out through these first 2 weeks. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. When we come back, we will go to the Blitz as they go through the headline blitz. That's all coming up here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Let's see what our own Reverend Charles has to say about reparations.
Oh, Lord. I preached this sermon many times. If you want your reparations, I hope you get it. Because commandment number 6 is thou shalt not covet what thy neighbor have. And don't look at his wife, and don't look at his wife's ass neither.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Football season is here. Look no further than the I-10 Ice House, your neighborhood sports headquarters with over a decade of excellence. Catch every college or NFL game plus must-see pay-per-view events on massive 10-foot screens. And don't forget, I-10 Ice House has daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House, located at 9518 Console Drive, proudly serving our community for over 10 years. I-10 Ice House.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Connecticut quality water softeners. They are studs of water softeners. That's for sure. Got one in my house, and I tell you what, it is really a game changer. There's no question about it. I didn't think there would be a difference, but there is. Connecticut is absolutely the best. Look, Connecticut's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Their products are made in America. And you know as well as I do, you live in San Antonio and South Texas, well, water softener is a must because the water is hard. It can do a lot of damage. And why not have the best? Give them a call at 656-PURE, 656-7873, because when you do that, they're going to put a Connecticut quality water softener in your home for 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. You heard me right. 90 days, absolutely free with no contract. If you don't like it after 90 days, they'll come take it out. You don't owe them a dime. Call Connecticut. You won't regret it. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or ConnecticutSA.com.
Hey, football fans, Michael Vick here. They say I transformed the quarterback position. The fastest ever, the strongest arm, the most rushing yards. They call me a game changer. I say BetUS.com changed the sports betting game. It started 30 years ago with the industry's biggest bonuses, and they haven't stopped. This football season, get a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Join me at BetUS Online Sportsbook and Casino, BetUS, where the game begins.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Football season is here. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. You want to have more fun watching football this year? Play the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy. Over 1 million fans got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog. You can join in and win up to 325 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats. I know I made a lot of money last year playing at Underdog Fantasy on the Pick'em game. You too can as well. And it's easy to get signed up. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download their mobile app. Use my promo code STAR and Underdog will give you a highly discounted pick to use on your first Pick'em entry, plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Promo code STAR to claim your new customer offer of a gimme first pick and your deposit offer when you get signed up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Time is of the essence with COVID-19. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Learn more at treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Football season is here, and I-10 Ice House has your favorite matchup on massive 10-foot screens and daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House on 9518 Console Drive.
It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Remember, we got high school football coming up at 7 o'clock. Sotomayor and O'Connor on our San Antonio Sports Star high school football game of the week. It is energized by Hill Electric, Frostbank, and NCE General Contractors. Juan Garcia on our YouTube live feed says, "What up from Cabo?" In Cabo, my guy. That is awesome. Congratulations on that. Stay tuned, all of y'all, even from Cabo. The phone works there. If you want a chance to win tickets to see Midland coming up at the Boeing Center at Techport Arena, stay tuned. November 2nd's that show. We've got your chance to win if you stay locked in. But in case you missed some of the things going around, don't worry. The Blitz has got you covered. The Blitz, every single day, brings you the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, last night, watching the football game, a thrilling game between the Patriots and the Jets. Well, it was thrilling, and when I heard Al Michaels starting to give me baseball updates, I was like, this game isn't that bad that you need to give me baseball updates. I did not realize that history was actually being made by Shohei Ohtani.
For the cycle, homer for history. On a 1-2, Ohtani sends one in the air, the other way, back it goes, gone! One-of-a-kind player, one-of-a-kind season. Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
The 50-50 club.
Well, that's incredible. The guy's a freak. I mean, let's just face it. I mean that in a good way. He's guy's a freak, and we're fortunate enough to be able to see what he's doing.
The idea that he started the 50-50 club, and last night, I saw somebody tweet earlier, did Joe Davis, who you just heard there on that great call, prepare for that? I don't know that he did. And a lot of times, you know, you might have an idea of what you might say in the moment, but if you write it ahead of time, you're going to screw it up.
Of course.
But I don't know that you expected that many home runs last night from Shohei to have that, like, tonight's the night it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, when you're one away, maybe two away. But that seemed like it was, here we go.
The guy is just an absolute freak. And look, he's rehabbing this year, basically.
Yeah,
right?
this is not it. I mean, he's not pitching.
Coming
he's
off
a
the
DH.
Yeah, he's a DH. So he's not in the field. He's not pitching. He's just hitting. And the guy is an absolute. He's an absolute freak.
I mean, we're watching the greatest baseball player that's ever walked the planet.
It's hard to argue that. I mean, it really is.
When you look at the value of that baseball last night, and you feel awful for the guy that's on video that is reaching, and it's like an inch or two away. He misses. They're saying that ball, that first reports last night, auction houses were saying that ball could be worth up to $300,000 if it hit auction.
Wow.
Today they're saying it's up to $500,000.
I believe
and it could go for more.
That's incredible. And that guy, that close to being rich, to somebody else has that.
Well, it's the way it goes, right?
Game of inches.
Yes.
Game of inches.
Story of my life.
Well, it's coming up short.
Game of inches.
Well, I mean, as expected, Jets just rolled the Patriots. Somebody on this show said, yeah, take the Jets in the points.
I fell for it. Well, I take the Patriots in the points.
No, you took the Patriots. Boy, I was like, I did. I didn't have the stones to make that pick. Although I should have.
You should have.
Hindsight being
right.
2020.
That's all right. I'm getting accosted on our YouTube page.
Well,
that's fine.
There are people that
Twitter,
have listened to this show long enough to realize if you say this is your stone cold lock, just bet the opposite. You're going to win.
Well, I don't remember saying it was a stone cold lock. I just said that's what I bet, and so I'll tell you the truth.
People are smart to go the opposite.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they are. I should just tell every pick that I'm going to make this weekend because I've already been studying here. And, and we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. Interesting part in the game. Maybe the most interesting part was the little weird exchange between Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers after they went up. Like Robert was going in for a hug, and Aaron was like, "Dude, it's too early. I don't know." Aaron Rodgers just said, "I didn't realize Saleh was a hug guy."
There was that awkward exchange with you and Robert. You appeared to push him away.
No, it was not really awkward at all.
When he went to hug you, what happened?
I didn't know. He's not a big hugger usually, so I didn't know he was going for the hug. He likes to do the two-hand chest push as well. So, but he talks a lot about 2-score leads. So I just kind of gave him a push and said 2-score lead. That's what happened.
I don't know. Rodgers looked really pissed off.
He did.
Didn't he? I mean, the look on his face was like, dude, get away from me.
The professional lip readers out there said that he was saying it's too early.
Yeah. Well, it was.
Second quarter. Don't celebrate. The game's not over.
Well, it was 14-3 at that time, I think, or 14-0, and then New England. Anyway, they had a 2-score lead.
But you look at it and you think, okay, you've got your quarterback saying, if the lip readers are accurate, it's too early. Like, settle down, coach. We've got a long way to go. Like normally it's the head coach that's calming everybody else down and has that very even keel demeanor.
Well, maybe Saleh had a flashback and thought the MILF hunter was still his quarterback, and he was excited about it that the guy gave him a two touchdown lead.
Stop. You're so bad.
Well, I'm just saying.
You just
Saleh had a flashback, and he was like,
yeah. Speaking of bad New York quarterbacks, Kay Adams made it very clear that despite internet rumors, she is not dating Daniel Jones.
Poor Danny Dimes. He just can't win for losing, can he? I mean, at least the guy's a horrible quarterback, but at least you got a woman like Kay Adams. You can kind of say, hey, well, I suck at quarterback. I got paid, and look who I'm dating. And now he can't even do that. All he's got is I got paid.
And if he is dating her, she's not claiming you, which is even worse.
That was the Headline Blitz. We catch it every day at 3 o'clock on the Blitz from 2 to 6 right here on San Antonio Sports Star. When we come back, the morning huddle. Well, it's college football time, and the Aggies and Longhorns, especially with the co-SEC freshman of the week at quarterback for both of them, and redshirt freshman Arch Manning and A&M's own Marcel Reed bursting onto the scene in their respective games. Could both possibly make the college football playoff? Morning Huddle discussed earlier today. But if you want to win, call in now. I've been teasing it. Midland is coming to the Techport Center, the Boeing Center at Techport on November the 2nd. And if you want to go, be caller number 8 right now. 210-656-ESPN, 210-656-3776. Midland, if you got a drinking problem, just like the song says, be caller number 8 right now and get yourself a couple of drinks and go sing that song with Midland November 2nd out at the Boeing Center at Techport. Of course, if you don't get your tickets here today, you've always got the chance to go online and get them. Boeing Center at techport.com if you want to win your tickets, or be caller number 8 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. College football, A&M, Texas, both back? Morning Huddle discusses next here on Extra Innings with Pledge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Football season is here, and I-10 Ice House has your favorite matchup on massive 10-foot screens and daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House on 9518 Console Drive.
If you're a man and you live in or around the San Antonio area, you need to listen to this message. Do you find yourself stressing about or even avoiding intimate moments? Do you find yourself thinking, is it going to work? Does your partner look at you and ask, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Do you get frustrated when things don't live up to their expectations? Men, you're not alone, and we have a solution. For over a decade, Mojo has delivered 100% guaranteed male performance results. Mojo truly works every single time. Guys, Mojo works when all other things fail, and its proprietary formula has helped thousands of men live their best lives again. Yeah! Mojo is 100% natural, blood pressure safe, diabetic friendly, and fast acting. And Mojo is now available in both spray and capsule formulas exclusively at Pure Line Nutrition. Call Pure Line Nutrition in San Antonio today at 210-494-2210. That's Pure Line Nutrition, 210-494-2210.
With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you can watch the most live NFL games all in one place, which means you can watch the Rams and the Colts and the Vikings and the Bengals and the Buccaneers and the Chargers, or whoever you're rooting for, all in your living room. But not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Watch every game every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Your neighbors at El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road are ready to serve you breakfast or lunch fresh. Made to order Mexican dishes or cold drinks on tap. Order today or visit El Guacamole Mexican Grill on 25020 Blanco Road.
Text HUNK to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo absolutely free. Text HUNK to 42424.
Football season is here. Look no further than the I-10 Ice House, your neighborhood sports headquarters with over a decade of excellence. Catch every college or NFL game plus must-see pay-per-view events on massive 10-foot screens. And don't forget, I-10 Ice House has daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House, located at 9518 Console Drive, proudly serving our community for over 10 years. I-10 Ice House.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code RADIO for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. That's promo code RADIO.
This is Jim Rome. Join me weekdays at noon, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. Congratulations to our winner, David, who posed a great question in the break to me as I was getting the information. If you look at straight numbers, who would you rather have as a baseball fan? Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani? Because of what Shohei Ohtani's just done. But if you look at the hitting numbers, Judge is having a far superior season just hitting. But it's the versatility of what Shohei does to me, and the ability to pitch at a Cy Young caliber level. Like, we're getting to a point where Shohei Ohtani is, if he doesn't win the MVP every year, it's because the media is just tired of voting for him because of what he does at the plate, on the base path, in the field, on the mound. Like, there is no player more valuable than someone who can do two things, because that would be like asking Dak Prescott to be the NFL leader in touchdown passes while also leading the league in sacks. It's two completely different skill sets that you just don't see from the same player. And he's able to fill both roles, which allows amazing roster versatility. It's crazy. But as promised earlier today on the Morning Huddle, Rob and AJ were discussing the college football playoff, expanded 12 teams. And now that both Texas and A&M seemingly may have quarterback figured out, and I'm just saying, because of what Marcel Reed looked like against Florida, and whether it's Arch or Quinn, the Longhorns are set at quarterback. Could both these teams end up making the college football playoff this year?
Both those Texas teams should walk away feeling damn good about themselves, and if they don't, there's been a real problem, because these are not like middling teams. These are bad teams that they're going to be playing. Bowling Green and Monroe.
University of Louisiana, come on.
No, that's taken.
Oh,
that's taken. They're Louisiana Monroe. Lamo,
as opposed to Lafayette, which is ooh la la.
That's right. No, they're Louisiana University now. They've changed that.
They're ooh la la to me and always will be.
Mama called them ooh la la. I'm gonna call them ooh la la.
But there is something to be. Texas, I think this is perfect. It's perfect. Everything is shaken out so perfectly for Texas that your quarterback gets hurt or just in time for your backup to get seasoned against UTSA and Monroe.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree. If you were going to have to deal with this, it's like if you knew you were going to have to get him some playing time at some point. This is the time for this to happen, no doubt.
But on the other side of that, after that, the only thing that can happen now to Arch is either, because we know as soon as yours gets better, it's his job. There's no reason to sit him down. But Arch could go out and not play well and then have to sit, and that's going to kind of be festering. And if that's your only worry, that's not a bad place to be. On the other, A&M, on the other hand, there's some questions that have to be answered. Now, Bowling Green ain't awful, but they ain't good.
Bowling Green's pretty awful.
Yeah, they're pretty awful. But the Aggies got to answer a question, because Wegman is supposed to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if he is what he was supposed to be or could be, the Aggies could also be a lot of things. Marcel, he offers an entirely different offense. If you're going to go with him, you need to decide now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go.
The difference between what Texas has and what A&M has is
There's no shift in policy. They're going to do exactly.
Texas, Sark's not, oh, what do we do with the game plan now? A&M, it has to be a totally different offense installed.
And therein lies kind of the problem, because Wegman hasn't lost his job yet. He's going to get the opportunity to come back and play with health and maybe find some things that he didn't in one game. But he might not be the answer. So A&M's kind of still in this holding mode. They're getting ready for Bowling Green with one kind of offense, knowing full well when Wegman arrives, about 30% of the offense they're going into this week will go away. I mean, we're not going to have Wegman rolling to the edge and making RPO decisions and whether to tuck it and run it or to send it downfield. That's just not part of what Wegman does. That's what concerns me about where A&M is, because they still can't plant their flag and say, this is who we're trying to be, because quite frankly, they don't know which quarterback is going to be with them to help them to become that.
Yeah, I think the other thing that both Texas and A&M have going for them is, well, for A&M, they've already started conference play. They're underway. They're 1-0 in conference. That's fantastic. But after this week, both A&M and Texas have a soft SEC game before getting into the fire.
Well, I'm not going to put Missouri as a soft game.
No, Arkansas before Mizzou. They play Arkansas before Missouri.
Right.
That should be a soft game. Mizzou is not a soft game. But I think A&M getting Arkansas, not to kick off conference play because they've already done that, but as a transition game between your softies and SEC play, and then for Texas, Mississippi State is so bad.
Yeah, they're the worst in the conference.
They are the worst team in the SEC right now, and I don't know if that's going to last forever. But right now, they are the worst one. They're at home for that game, and that's what you get before you get that, and then you get a week off before you get that Oklahoma Georgia run. And you know what, man? The more I've looked at Texas's schedule, it
lines up pretty good, man.
It really does. The way things have shaken out for them, that Oklahoma Georgia run is really going to decide if they're the best team in the country or not.
And that's true. And Texas was a beneficiary of a great schedule that just lines up perfectly for them. As for the Aggies, I think Marcel Reed is the future for the Aggies. I've seen enough of Wegman over the last 3 years to know that, look, it's a half-scratch lottery ticket, and I don't feel great about the end results of it. I feel a lot better about the needle on Marcel Reed right now than I do Connor Wegman. That is me, not as an Aggie from the outside looking in, but I know there's a lot of hype that's been surrounding Wegman since he stepped on campus, and maybe they just want him to live up to that hype. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. I'm James Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star. When we come back, maybe the voice of the Aggies can break down what this QB battle truly looks like. Andrew Monaco joined the Blitz earlier today, and he will let you know what's going on inside of College Station when it comes to Connor Wegman and Marcel Reed. That's coming up here on Extra Innings with Pledge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Football season is here, and I-10 Ice House has your favorite matchup on massive 10-foot screens and daily happy hour specials that'll keep your spirits high and your wallet happy. The best seats are at I-10 Ice House on 9518 Console Drive.
My wife and I always loved doing everything together. Jiu-jitsu, kayaking, and intimacy was always on point. It was around my early 30s when I noticed a downward trend. Watching a lot of TV, putting on weight, and just full of self-doubt. I tried another men's clinic with disappointing results. It's the personalized treatment I receive at Revive Men's Health that has been the complete game changer for me. I've got my energy and motivation back. I'm feeling stronger than I did in my 20s, and it made me a much better husband to my wife.
I'm Nicole Chrysler, healthcare provider at Revive Men's Health. If you are always feeling tired or moody, have a difficult time sleeping, or decreased libido, you may be suffering from low testosterone.
Book your free T-check and exam. Call Revive Men's Health San Antonio at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, sports bettors. Joe Reinigal here to tell you about my favorite sportsbook and casino, BetUS.com. You know, football is back, so it's time to get in on the action. I endorse one sportsbook and casino, and that is BetUS. BetUS went large for you this season. A huge offer, 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Get started today at BetUS.com or give them a call, 1-800-MY-BETUS. BetUS, where the game begins.
Football season is here. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz. You want to have more fun watching football this year? Play the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy. Over 1 million fans got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog. You can join in and win up to 325 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on your favorite player stats. I know I made a lot of money last year playing at Underdog Fantasy on the Pick'em game. You too can as well. And it's easy to get signed up. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download their mobile app. Use my promo code STAR and Underdog will give you a highly discounted pick to use on your first Pick'em entry, plus a first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Promo code STAR to claim your new customer offer of a gimme first pick and your deposit offer when you get signed up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Must be over 18, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to ncpgambling.org.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this: if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Frankly, would you like to rap at the Testicle Festival? Can you give me a little rap?
You want me to spit a rap?
Yeah, I want you to spit a rap.
About balls? Yo, Testicle Festival. It's like an extraterrestrial. Widen my eyes when I see them calf fries.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
This is Andrew Monaco and the Aggies play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We've got high school football coming up at the top of the hour. So very shortly we'll get you to the pregame show for O'Connor and Sotomayor coming up on the San Antonio Sports Star High School Football Game of the Week. It is energized by Hill Electric, Frostbank, and NCE General Contractors. Jason Minix, Nick Solis on the call. Billy Dial says he's worried about the Texans this weekend. Do you think Cam can pull it off? Yeah. There's a bunch of revenge factors in there. Cam, a former Viking last year, Daniil Hunter, former Viking, both returning back there. You've got Jonathan Grenard going against his former team, as well as Blake Cashman. But the thing that gives me hope is it's not just Joe Mixon that's out. It is also Dameon Pierce that is out. So there's no need for them to force Dameon Pierce issue down our throat. I've seen it enough. He doesn't fit in the scheme well enough. Cam Akers looks good in the scheme, fits in the scheme, ran well in place of Mixon while Mixon was out last week and looked good in the preseason. I think he understands the zone scheme better than Dameon Pierce. And therefore, while there will be somewhat of a drop off, I don't think it will be that bad because of what he brings to the table in terms of the run game. Plus, Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. You've got all the weaponry. While on the other side, yes, Justin Jefferson's scary. Derek Stingley's one of the best young corners in this league right now today. And last week, Kamari Lassiter, according to Pro Football Focus, had one of the best, not by a rookie, of any corner in the league, had a 0.0 passer rating against him last week. Kamari Lassiter is the locksmith. He is the difference in having 1 versus 2 lockdown corners on the outside. It changes the defense. I teased it. Marcel Reed, Connor Wegman, what's going on? The voice of the Aggies, Andrew Monaco, joined the Blitz to discuss just that.
The Aggies look great, and I don't care. I know Florida's a little bit down, but anytime you're on the road, SEC game, it's tough, and the Aggies pulled through, and boy, that quarterback is making a statement.
Yeah, Marcel Reed, terrific game, 178 yards. He only had to throw twice in that second half, not a single pass in the fourth quarter because they ran. Second consecutive game of 300 or more yards on the ground. And I think that's what Mike Elko said immediately after the game. He was thrilled at what the offensive line did in an SEC game on the road. He liked that they faced a little adversity too in that game. Not the entire game, because they did what you have to do on the road. Run the ball, obviously, score first, get a stop, take a lead, except for that first drive for Florida. The Aggies had the lead. Florida couldn't tie or take the lead except on that first drive when it was 3-0. The adversity came doing that in the rain, on the road, the 99-yard drive that went with a 92-yard drive. But you're at the 1-yard line. You've got, you're in the shadow of the goal line and the stands. And then Marcel gets 1 yard, but it was Le'Veon Moss getting to 22 yards. That gave them a little bit of room, and then that drive just continued. I think to have that, you get a little bit of the identity. You get a little bit of the offensive line being better, and I think that allowed Marcel Reed to have some of that confidence. They gave him time. He made the right reads. He ran when he had to run, scrambled and bought time, but didn't immediately run and ignore. I thought he progressed well. And Mike was very pleased with, if you think about the Cyrus Allen touchdown of 73 yards, how Noah Thomas blocked for him. If you think about an Amari Daniels 22-yard catch, it's the block that Jabri Barber makes for him. If you look at the Bryce Anderson pick six, you watch Shamar Stewart, a D lineman. Bryce is one of the fastest guys on the team. And there's Shamar Stewart going down the field, and it's a convoy. He was pleased that they were blocking for one another, but he was also pleased that there wasn't a stupid penalty. Go blow somebody out that will bring everybody back. I thought it was a really good win. And I'm happy, not just for Mike, I'm happy for the players, because you know what? This is what Coach Elko and this staff's been talking about for 8 months. And in week number 3, they get an SEC road win. Is Florida the best team in the conference? No. But you guys know, anytime on the road in this conference, you got to play some of your best football. And I think it was the best football that they played in a span of 3 weeks.
That was Andrew Monaco joining the Blitz earlier today. To catch the full interview, go to sasportstar.com. Coming up, we've got O'Connor taking on Sotomayor in the high school football game of the week here on San Antonio Sports Star, energized by Hill Electric, Frostbank, and NCE General Contractors. It's coming up next here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Football season is here. Look no further than the I-10 Ice House, your neighborhood sports headquarters with over a decade of excellence. Catch every college